Hi friends, my name is Jackie Easley. I'm a professor of education at Carthage College, and I happen to just love books. And so I thought, what a great way to spend my summer here at home, enjoying some of my favorite books and sharing them with you. One of the books that I love is called Come to My Party and Other Shape Poems. Shape poems are poems that take on the outline or the shape of whatever it is they're talking about. And so the author, Heidi Romer, and the illustrator, Hideko Takahashi, worked together with Heidi's poems to create really cool illustrations that show the shape and how she arranged her words to make the shape of the item she's talking about. Let's see how she did. Come to My Party and Other Shape Poems. Spring. Jump rope jingle. Do you ever jump rope? Do you have favorite jump rope rhymes? I want you to listen as I read this one aloud to see if you hear a rhythm or a beat like you would have when you're jumping rope to this rhyme. She jumps barefoot, I wear socks. Spring's the new kid on the block. Lock her up and toss the key. Springtime, say you'll stay with me. Did you hear that sort of jumping rhyme? But look how she arranged her words to make a jump rope. Because that's what the poem's about. Here's one where we see the ladybug and she put the words around the picture that was already there of the ladybug, called Dainty Lady. Every day Miss Ladybug wears her very best. Doesn't she look dandy in her polka-dotted dress? And how about this one? It's raining. What shapes did Heidi Romer use with her words? Yeah, she made the words drippy, like raindrops. Pitter, patter, plip, plop, rain falls from the sky. I open my umbrella up and I stay dry. And so the last half is in the shape of the umbrella. And as spring goes through its season, many of you probably helped your parents plant their gardens, and they're starting to bloom now. The happy gardener. I take my little rake and my ho, 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 and break up clods of dirt in each row, row, row. I scatter tiny seeds as I sow, sow, sow. With water, sun, and patience, beans will grow, grow, grow. So the shape here was all the rows that we plant our seeds in when we're planting our vegetable garden. Ooh, and here, the big fat caterpillar. Can you find the caterpillar in this picture? Yep, it's hiding right below this leaf. How do we know the caterpillar was there? It took a bite out of the leaf. It left evidence that it was there. Which end is his head? Which end is his bottom? Good grief. A hungry robin almost got him. Oh, that's why he's hiding. So here the shape is kind of following his trail he was on the leaf when he started to eat it. And did you ever notice that about caterpillars? Can't really tell their head from their bottom, especially the fuzzy ones. Well, then she goes into later spring, where there's outdoor birthday parties happening and different activities. Kite in flight. String be strong. I'm holding on. Don't snap or slip away. My kite flies high up in the sky. So string, be strong today. And so the shape here is the kite string. And of course, Come to My Party, which is the poem used to make the title of the book. Birthday party, funny caps, games and gifts, bows and wraps. Birthday cake, fancy dishes, blow the candles, happy wishes. And so here the shape was of the party hat. So there are a lot of different ways you can make shape poems. They could create images that are not as obvious, like the trail of the caterpillar in that poem, or they can totally be the obvious shape that you're talking about, like the party hat. Wouldn't it be fun to try this on our own? I thought it'd be neat to try one. So I was thinking in the summer, I like to go fishing. So what I would do first is draw my fish with pencil. Make the mouth open. Come up. And here's the back fin. And a big eyeball. And now that I know my shape, I'm going to make my words go around the fish. So let's start first by thinking about words to describe a fish. Fish. Maybe we would say scales. Scales. And we would say swim. Glide. They kind of glide through the water. Can you think of some words? Soft, maybe even slimy. If I'm fishing, I'm hoping that they'll chase a worm on my hook. They like to eat a worm, maybe. They dive. So after you come up with a list of a bunch of words, you can go back to your picture and think about the words you want to put around. And it can simply be words to describe the fish, and you can just arrange them around it. Or you can think of the words as sentences, like some of the poems in our book we just read. So I might say, a fish likes to swim and glide through the water. Through the water. And then I might have a second sentence. So I keep my list nearby because that'll help me come up with words that I already thought about. And I can even check them off. I said fish, I said swim, and I said glide. I can check them off as I use them. So that'll help me keep track of the words that I want to try to use next in my next sentence. And then I would just keep going around. And if I had extra words, I might use them to make the water waves, let's say, like wavy water, splish, splash. Even though those aren't on my list, I might use those as extra ideas to draw waves in the water that the fish is swimming under. And I might even change my marker now that I think of it and make those blue, because then that would show the water. And when you're done, you can erase the pencil line and everyone will just see how clever you were to write your words in the outline of your fish or whatever object you were writing about. I tried this myself and I thought about a flower. And so I did the same thing we did here. I made a list of words and then I had my outline of a flower, and as I thought of sentences for each of my words, I checked them off, and when I was done, I colored it in. And so here's my poem about a flower. Where do flowers grow? From the ground up. So I thought I'd start my poem that way. And it says, a seed breaks into a bloom with leaves, a stem, and petals. It's a new flower, all dressed up in bright colors, yellow and pink. It makes me smile. And then in the middle of the flower, where I had the yellow, I put sunshine, laughter, cheerful, happy. All the things that makes me feel when I look at a flower. So you can have fun doing this too. I just used some extra computer printer paper we have in the house and some lined notebook paper that we had, or legal pads, and markers and crayons. I hope that you're inspired to try this on your own, to look outside or go in your yard, see what's happening in the world this summer, and think of all the words to describe one object you see and make your own shape poem. They're so much fun. Enjoy this beautiful day and go explore.